Welcome to NightTeller, the night shift encounter. I used to work at a gas station on the outskirts of Texas. I had been working there for around 2 months, solely during the day shift. However, one fateful day, everything changed when the manager approached me, wearing a concerned expression. 2 of the graveyard shift workers had abruptly quit their jobs the night before, leaving the gas station understaffed during those dark and eerie hours. Reluctantly, I agreed to take on the daunting task of working the graveyard shift, despite the warnings the manager gave about strange occurrences that had taken place during previous nights. As the sun sank below the horizon, darkness enveloped the gas station, casting long and eerie shadows over the pumps in the empty parking lot. I flicked on the fluorescent lights, their flickering glow creating an unsettling ambiance through the store. The heavy silence of the night hung in the air, broken only by the distant sound of passing cars on the highway. My mind was filled with trepidation as I attempted to keep myself busy with mundane tasks, like stocking shelves and counting inventory. Each creak and groan of the old building seemed amplified in the silence, further heightening my unease. The echoing sound of my own footsteps as I traversed the empty aisles served as a constant reminder that I was a sole living presence in this desolate place. Minutes turned into hours, and the darkness outside seemed impenetrable. The occasional sound of a passing car offered a fleeting connection to the outside world. But as the night wore on, even those sounds grew scarce, leaving me alone with my own thoughts. The sense of isolation and vulnerability gnawed at my sanity. Suddenly, a faint scratching noise pierced the silence. I froze in place, my senses heightened. The scratching grew louder, seemingly coming from behind the locked doors that led to the storage area. My heart pounded in my chest as I cautiously approached, my trembling hands fumbling with the key to unlock the door. As the door swung open, I was met with an abyss of darkness. I attempted to switch on the lights, but they stubbornly refused to illuminate the narrow hallway. Panic surged through me as I reached for my phone, its feeble flashlight guiding my way through the black void. The scratching sound grew more intense, echoing ominously through the darkness. At the end of the hallway, the source of the sound came into view. A row of metal shelves stood before me, boxes and supplies arranged haphazardly upon them. But something was amiss. One of the boxes had been knocked over, its contents strewn across the floor. The scratching seemed to originate from within. Fear gripped me as I approached the fallen box. With trembling hands, I lifted it, revealing a terrified rat trapped beneath. Its tiny claws scraped desperately against the cardboard, its eyes wide with panic. Relief washed over me, but the encounter had left me shaken to my core. Deciding it was best to leave the storage area and seek the safety of the well-lit store, I turned to make my way back. However, movement caught my eye. In the dim light, I saw a figure standing at the end of the aisle, partially obscured by the encroaching shadows. My breath caught in my throat as I squinted, trying to discern its features. My heart raced and a cold sweat broke out of my forehead. The figure stood unnaturally still, almost like a statue. A sense of dread washed over me, and I took a hesitant step back, my mind racing with possibilities. Was it an intruder, a ghostly apparition, or was it merely a figment of my own imagination, distorted by the eerie atmosphere? Summoning all the courage I could muster, I called out, "Who's there?" A shiver ran down my spine as I waited for a response. The figure remained silent for a moment, and just as I began to question if I had imagined it, a chilling, raspy voice emerged from the shadows. "I've been waiting for you," the figure croaked, its voice sending a wave of unease through the air. The words hung heavily, dripping with an otherworldly presence that froze me in place. My pulse quickened, and a cold sweat broke out on my brow. Fear and curiosity warred within me, but instinct told me to flee. As I turned to escape, the figure's voice resonated once again, filled with an eerie, mocking tone. "Leaving so soon? Don't you want to know what lurks within the depths of this gas station? What secrets are hidden in its darkest corners?" It taunted, each word sinking into my soul like a twisted melody. My heart pounded in my chest, and I hesitated for a brief moment. The figure's words carried a hint of a macabre lure, tempting me to uncover the mysteries that surrounded the gas station. But self-preservation took hold, and I tore my gaze away, running as fast as my trembling legs could carry me. I burst through the doors of the gas station, the cool night air providing a temporary respite from the suffocating atmosphere within. Without looking back, I raced to my car and sped away. As I drove further and further away, my breathing gradually slowed, and a sense of relief washed over me. I believe that I escaped the clutches of whatever malevolent presence lurked within the gas station. But as I slowly glanced at my rearview mirror, my heart seized in terror. There, standing in the distance, illuminated by the flickering lights of the gas station, was a figure. Its grotesque form seemed to elongate, twisting and contorting in ways no human body could. Its eyes glowed with an unholy light, fixated on me with a chilling intensity. A bone-chilling smile stretched across its face as it raised a withered hand, beckoning me to return. The voice echoed in my mind, a cacophony of sinister whispers, and I realized that escape was an illusion. There was no refuge from the horrors that awaited me. The last thing I remember was a blood-curdling scream tearing from my throat as the figure vanished, leaving only a lingering, unsettling silence behind. The encounter at the gas station shook me to my core. The very next day, I quit my job, determined to leave that terrifying experience behind. As I ventured into the unknown, I carried with me a newfound caution, a constant reminder to be vigilant of the dark, sinister things that lurks in the shadows.